Hi, and welcome back to the Plant-Based Quick Cooking Show. I'm Karen, and I come to you every week from the Center for Plant-Based Living right here in St. Louis, Missouri. And every week I bring you a new recipe that has 7 ingredients or less. If you're a beginner, if you're a novice, or if you're an expert and you just need to shake things up a little bit, these recipes are for you. They're quick and they're delicious. Okay, this is a super popular recipe. So many people know how to make a spinach artichoke dip, but can you do it in 7 ingredients and still have it taste just delicious? I can, and now you will too. Okay, let's get started. What we're gonna do is heat up a pan and then quickly saute some onion and garlic. And whenever you look at any recipe and you see fresh garlic and onion or onion, go ahead and cut that up first and then just let it sit, because garlic, onions, they're all part of this family that creates compounds called allicin, A-L-L-I-C-I-N, which is a huge inflammatory fighter, cancer fighter. It's fantastic for to support good health. But you want to make sure that you let everything just sit for about 5 minutes, because then those compounds will start to activate. And that's what we've been doing. I'm preheating my oven to 400 degrees. And let's go ahead and put our onions in our hot pan. And I don't use any oil, as you know, but I do want to make sure that I don't stick. So I'm going to grab a bowl with some water just to have it nearby. So I have my pan on high heat to pull that heat up right away. And I'm going to put my garlic in there. And then I'm going to pull my heat down pretty quickly because I don't want to burn any of the garlic. And if your food does start to stick a little bit right away, that's okay. That's why you have your water. Just a tablespoon at a time, because we're not doing a water saute, we're not doing a broth saute or a wet saute, because that just really steams the food. And I like big, bold flavors. So we're just getting it in there to just to unstick it a little bit if it does start to stick. And it also deglazes, which just adds another layer of delicious flavor. Now I'm going to add just a little pinch of salt. You certainly don't have to, but I like to, for flavor, I like to use a little bit of salt while I'm cooking, not after the process is finished, because I don't want to really taste just the salt. Salt does have a very solid place in culinary, and it just really helps flavors bloom. I'll go ahead and add a little bit of pepper as well. And that's probably the last time I'm going to use these guys. Now there's a lot of water in plants, so you will also start to see, especially with the addition of the salt, the sugars will really concentrate, and the salt will further be, the water will further be squeezed out of those onions. So they'll caramelize a little bit too, which is just even more deliciousness, right? This place is starting to smell. I can get those beautiful aromas of yellow onion and garlic. All right, so now while that's going to a blender, I'm going to add one 12-ounce package of silken tofu. Now this is extra firm. You want an extra firm silken tofu because you really want this to stand up. You don't want a soft silken tofu, even a medium, because you just don't want it to be runny, right? I don't know, maybe you like it runny, who knows? Okay, we've got that. Give this another stir. And I'm not paying enough attention to it, so I'm going to give it a little bit more water, just a little bit. Now when you're doing a dry saute, it's a really good exercise in mindful cooking. You want to make sure you're on top of it all the time. Okay, looks good. All right, tofu. Just a few ingredients here. We're going to add the tofu, 1/4 to 1/2. Maybe we call it 2/3. Maybe we call it 1/3. I don't know. However much nutritional yeast you want. I like the stuff. Some people can't stand it, so you don't have to use it. But I'm using a closer to a half a cup. Okay, now a little bit of acid in there, huh? So you're gonna add 1/2 lemon, juice of 1/2 lemon. Okay. Put that in the sink so everything smells nice later. Okay. Oh yeah, these are looking great. So you really just want your onions to become translucent, and you just want to start that aroma. Okay, we're gonna whirl up this business. Okay, just enough to get it all going. Now, what I'm going to do here is, because I have a really hot pan and everything's just pretty well cooked now, just takes a few minutes, I'm going to turn it off so that it's still nice and hot. Add in our canned artichokes. It's a 14-ounce can of artichoke hearts, and I rinsed them really, really well, and just give them a rough chop. This is organic chopped spinach, frozen, 9 ounces. Put that in there. We still have a hot pan, so that's good. Everything will cook down just a little bit. We don't really need it to cook down too much. Okay. Now, we're gonna add a sauce. Sauce is a sauce. Now here's the deal with this. You can go ahead and eat it like this once you mix it all up, put it into a bowl, serve it. That's totally fine. I've done it that way before. But I'll tell you what, I grew up eating artichoke spinach artichoke dip out of the oven. And there's something to be said for that, kind of that crispy little, topping. So mix all of this up in your skillet or saucepan or Dutch oven or whatever you're using. Mix it up really, really well. And then find a baking dish and pour it in there. Set your oven to 400. And this will just kind of get a nice little coating on the top after about 10 minutes. Or what you could do is add on top some of this vegan Parmesan that I've made. There's several videos back we did this, and this is also on the website, and I'll link to this down below. This is just nutritional yeast, almonds, a little bit of salt, maybe some flax. I'm not sure. I have to look at that recipe again. And this keeps for weeks and weeks in the fridge. So, I don't know what this is. All right. So hot pad, cute little baking dish, right? And I'm going to put everything, oh my god, looks so good, in here. Really trying not to eat it. Put this bag. Yeah. Okay, and now just put our business on top, our parm, and shake, shake, shake. Now, because I want this to brown a little bit and kind of get crispy, so I'm not going to cover it. I'm just going to put it in our 400 degree oven for about 10 minutes. I'll turn the light on and take a look at it, and then I'm going to dig in. Be back. Okay, I think we're ready. Oh, yes. I can hear it sizzling. And we've got some brown marks on the top, which is exactly what I wanted. Now, I did give it, I hit it with the broiler for like 30 seconds. Watch it, right? I mean, it just takes a few seconds with the broiler. And now we have that crisp top that is just Exactly what I wanted. All right, now I have my oil-free tortilla chips here that I made, and that is also another recipe that we've done before in the past. I'll link to it down below. And oh, this is going to be hot. And of course, just like most things, once you let it cool down, it firms up even more, but it's a really great consistency right now. Just perfect. None of those added oils or preservatives or any of that business you don't want. And this is a perfect little spinach artichoke dip. 7 ingredients or less. All right, take good care. I will see you next week with another recipe. See ya. Oh.